GingerGM.
Right, everyone, how's it going? Yeah, just thought I was going to play a bit of Blitz. I was actually going to try to arrange a tournament today or something like that, which you can all play in, but I haven't been particularly active on Twitch, twitching. It's nice to have a break now and again, to be honest. I mean, keep it a little bit fresh. I find that if you do the same stuff every day, maybe like you know, like anything, you guys doing a job or anything like that, it can get a little bit repetitive, and you lose a bit of the excitement. So it's good to have a little break, but back now, and I was just going to play, like I say, a little bit of blitz chess, really, on LiChess, which is now probably my favourite place to play. I'll be honest now, just find it very easy to play. So I thought I'd invite you along if you want to watch a grandmaster wheel his stuff out. Then yeah, cool stuff. Thank you, Perno, for subscribing there, sir. It's very nice. Where did that go? Let me just see if I can change around the shout outs that happen. Hope you're doing all right, Perno. And how's Gibraltar? Is Gibraltar all right? I hope Gibraltar's going well. I see you know, yourself and Fiona over there. Jealous. The sun looks nice, and I bet it's quite beautiful at this time of year over there. I really hope the tournament goes ahead in January. This is the Gibraltar Open, and I hope I can play this year if I'm allowed. So yeah, I hope you're having a good time, mate, over there. Hello, Blair. Good morning, Blair. Yeah. How you doing, mate? Are you right? I'm still recovering. I'll be honest. Just can't do it anymore. I mean, I thought I'd do a stream. I thought I'd do some productive things rather than like just not do anything. I need to do more. I always try to be productive, but the plan today, play a little bit of chess. You know, let's get to 2700 again. I want to get to 2700. That's the aim. I'm going to do it this time. I might start with 3 minutes, but I might even go down to 3 minutes too quick for me. I'm too slow, but I'll give it a go. It's quick and fast. And then I might go for a little bike ride, something like that. And hello, Aldo, as well. Aldo, yeah, got this idea, which yeah, I think it'd be quite cool, quite a lot of fun. So maybe it would be cool if there's a day free where you're free as well, Aldo. But I think you said you're working next Friday. Is that right, Aldo? Which would be a slight pity if you are. Maybe next Sunday is possible, something like that. But we'll try to work something out, mate. Anyway, it'd be good to see you, of course. And hello to everyone else in the chat. So it's good to see some of you are here. So I'm just going to play, like I say, just going to play some blitz chess. Let's try to get to 2700. I'm gonna crush it now. I'm now an expert in the opening that Blair introduced me to. Blair in the chat introduced me. Actually, look at this, 19 move win in the Cozio, and this is my new opening that I'm trying out. It's fun to play new openings. I don't recommend everyone tries to learn lots of new openings all the time, because I don't think that's just a very good idea. I mean, I think when you're a higher rated player, like I am a grandmaster, I've got quite a lot of knowledge of lots of different setups. It's easier for me to try out different openings, and that's something I want to do at my level. But when I was lower level, which I'm sure, you know, no offense, but the majority of you probably are, I would only stick to a couple of openings, because it's very hard moving from opening to opening. So that's a little bit of advice. You're working all Fridays for 3 months. What the bloody hell are you working on, Aldo? That's insane. 3 months, Jesus. What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you doing a film? Are you working on a film or something? Wow, that's insane. That's a lot of Fridays, man. Okay, I hope you're going to get the wads in. So I think I'll be trying out this opening today. I'm certainly not an expert on this opening yet. There's some lines I don't know very well. I'm still not sure what to do. Like, you know, people assume that an opening, you can pick an opening up like that. It's just not true. It takes a lot of hard work, and what I recommend people do now, what I'm going to certainly do, is I'm going to try out this opening, and you've probably seen my last YouTube video or stream, which is all on GChess. This last website be spending a lot of time making. I'm just going to try the opening out, compare it with what's on GChess, and that should help me learn it better, basically. So Blair's saying I didn't get a Twitch streaming alert. Did anyone else get an alert that I was streaming? A little bit weird. But you're special. Hello, Captain Bunratty. Oh, it's nice to see some regular faces today. Hope you're doing all right over in Limerick. Good. You're doing Netflix stuff. Okay. Well, I wonder what Netflix... Is it interesting what you're filming at the moment? Or is it... or can you not say? Is it a secret? Anyway, we'll meet up soon now, though, I hope. Okay, so I'm going to play some chess. So I'm just going to, like I say, my rating is 2664, right? Now, let's play some e4 openings. So I'm going to stick to... I've just finished filming my Grandmaster Gambits Part 2 course. So now I've basically got a course, a very aggressive course, which is on Chessable. Everything to do with this move, e4. And this line here I do cover, but I came to the conclusion that knight here is not a very good move because of this move at some point. Now probably if I go there, my opponent has a check. So let's just go here, and he's got to be very careful about his knight here with f3, because then check now I can go g3, and he can't take that one because my knight's defending. So he has to be very careful he doesn't just lose his knight. So he might have to play a move like f6, and I think this is still in the course. We can check this afterwards on GChess, where you can at least go f3 and take there, which should be very pleasant. So the thing with the hillbilly, and this is the hillbilly opening where you go bishop c4, black can get in a lot of trouble very quickly. And if black tries to refuse the hillbilly, okay, so he's gonna go this way and back here. If black tries to refuse the hillbilly, black can still get in a lot of trouble. And I'm just going to push that knight back, and we can even go a little bit more aggressive with maybe this, but I'll keep it solid. Okay, you need to put LiChess.org, do you? Okay, let's try that. I still don't know how these things work. So in the title we've got to put LiChess.org. Should we try that? How's that? Does that work now? Okay, let's try that. I don't know if that's working, Blair, or not. Okay, so I would like to castle, just a simple move, but I don't really want to lose that pawn. So maybe I'll put my bishop on f2. And as it is 3 minute, I've got to move a bit quicker. Okay, I'm forced to defend it. Could have gone bishop f2, but I do want to castle. And my opponent's position is probably not that bad, but he does have this problem with the knight. And I have a very nice center here. And this is like a French defense my opponent's done, and I can just try. Let's develop one more piece because I want this bishop to come away from f5, and now I can try to just open up and attack. My opponent playing very quickly, but I don't think he's playing well. Can I say that? He's not playing very good moves. I've got everything I want in this position, and this is one of the reasons that I don't like the quicker time limits so much, I have to admit, because you just lose so many games on time. I know it's part of the game, but it's annoying losing a lot of games on time when you know your opponent is just playing very badly. And my opponent's, well, not playing particularly fantastic here, let's put it that way. Now, but I'm getting confused. I'm getting confused, which I normally do. Okay, I'm not going to grab the rook. I'm just going to, okay, play some normal moves. And again, quick play from my opponent. But I'm so slow. I don't know what. I don't know if I'm getting slower. Maybe I'm just getting slower, guys. Maybe I'm literally getting slower. It's embarrassing. And it's not as good as I had wished for now, with me making some mistakes. It's a little bit unclear even. I don't even know if that's a good move. Okay, my opponent again moved too quickly. He could have just taken there. which would have been much better. This should still be very good for me, but I might have been losing had my opponent just slowed down. That's the problem with moving quickly, right? You're not always going to play the right moves. I always lose the first game. Let's not try to lose this one. But my opponent could have taken on h5 there, right? Earlier on. Just getting rid of my one bad pawn. I'm not sure why my opponent didn't do that. Because, okay, I'm not even sure what he's doing here. This is very strange. Because this ending is just very, very good for me. Like winning. Because, okay, he's going to try to get around the back or the front. But this is just winning, basically. I've even got this. If he allows that, that's the easiest way to win. And then the G pawn can come. Okay, it doesn't even matter about those pawns. You can have those pawns if you want. Okay. Not very smooth there, though. Okay, maybe that's in. Maybe now the title has got better. It's okay. It's on there, right? Cool. Anyway, we won a first game. Good stuff. Getting old, mate, says Perno. Yeah, I can't. The thing is, I can play Blitz over a board, and I've always said this, much better than I can play online. But I'm still not a great Blitz player compared to other grandmasters. That I have my moments, but I just feel I'm a little bit slower. But it doesn't mean I can still, we're gonna have a good day today, I think. And let's try a rematch. So like I say, we're 2647. The aim is 2700. Can we do it? Jackster the Pro says, why not play 3-2 then? It's a very good question. I'm not waiting around for this guy. If he's going to wait around, I'll play someone else. Why not? Okay, are you going to make a move this time? Okay, we'll play d4. I played d4 against you last time. Or is he just going to sit there? Well, the problem with 3-2 normally is there's a couple of problems. Number one, when you play 3-2, it takes longer to get a game because the pool of people playing 3 minutes is much larger. So that's like the first issue. The second issue is people, I think, prefer watching a bit quicker time limit generally. I don't know how true that always is. 3 minutes is what most people tend to stream. Now, this little idea at 95, I've never looked at, but I have played in a couple of previous Blitz games, and I've always wondered, is it any good? Just trying to give up this pawn for rook g1. And this kind of, I always enjoy giving up this kind of pawn on c4 in the Queen's Gambit positions. When you get these two central pawns, this is a way that I like playing because, mainly because of two reasons. These pawns can often be attacked over here, so they can actually become quite weak. Do we have some way to bust open stuff here? Probably not so far. I'll play a normal move. Let's put the rook there. It's a bit slow. And the other reason is you find your opponent's king is not particularly safe for some reason because he's lost the center. And you normally get attacking chances wherever he goes, which I'm hoping we can somehow generate here. Might be totally wrong. Can we bring this one in even? I don't know. I kind of feel I need my light square bishop on this diagonal to properly attack. But now he's giving me the f6 square. So that's a very dangerous way that he's played that, because now he's really got to watch out for something coming here. Like even now is very tempting. And I'm going to play it. I say that quite hesitantly, but we're going to do this move. And now bishop takes here. Interesting. Is this enough for a piece? Obviously the idea is to get in. Probably he's defending this with the rook coming over in some positions as well. Probably this can be defended, but let's remember it is a blitz game, and people can't always play like computers unless they're like cheating like a computer. Okay, so I've just realized his queen is getting into here, which is something I did miss originally, which is quite annoying. I thought I could take and bring my queen over here, but this is far too slow, really. So this certainly shouldn't be good enough, my attack, but we'll keep trying. My queen's too far away from the action. That's the thing. If it was over here, it might be good enough, but it's a long way away. I mean, it might still be something, but doubtful if it's going to be enough. So I can play this, but he's going to give up the exchange then. But I probably have to take a little bit of material. So this sacrifice clearly wasn't the best way to play. Do I have to do that? Yeah, I probably do. It's not great, this position. Can we do this first? Very strange looking move, but I want to try and do something, but I don't really want to go in because it loses my attack, but clearly I'm feeling this is not enough for a piece, right? Shouldn't be enough. Clearly not enough. Clearly there's no doubt about it. This position is not enough because now I don't really have any compensation. So that's a little bit premature, but hey ho. Anything we can do here? Well, I can still, if I get my queen over there, that is going to help me try to get at least the bishop in. I can try to get a rook on the d file and maybe use my kingside pawns to disturb his rook as well. So there's still ideas. Okay, there's no point just giving him a very easy pawn. So still ideas here. Now, what is my next idea? I'm not sure. Do we now come in here like this? I've got rook e4, so this is the best way to try. And rook e4, trying to come round with a little bit of pressure. Okay. So let's come over. Trying to just rely on this one. And miss that move. That was just silly. That's probably just it, isn't it? That was very silly. Okay. Shouldn't have got rid of that pawn there. That's my last kind of chance there, I feel. Because his bishop, I needed a pawn here to stop his bishop from coming back and defending. If I could move quickly, I would be maybe in with some chances here. But I can't. Hence why I don't really have many chances. Boom! Boom! Put that in your pipe and smoke it, son. Okay, thank you for the game, Medplay. You played a lot better in that game than the first one. Hope I wasn't a bit rude in the first one there, but you played well in that game. But quite a nasty little tactic to miss there at the end, right? Because it looks like I'm completely busted here. My opponent could have won. It shows you how tempo is very important in chess. And he could have won by going rook h1 check first. That would have gained the extra tempo. Because then after king takes, the queen comes in here with check. And his queen will end up on the h1 square, giving checkmate. And this little loss of tempo, it just allows me to get this cheapo in at the end. So there we go. So how everyone chat. So we won 2 out of 2. That's not bad for me. Not bad. Okay, just looking at. Let's catch up on the chat. I don't look at the chat much when I'm playing. Haspario saying hello, Haspario. I've been focusing on puzzles, hoping I will come back to games a stronger player. Looking at puzzles is always a good thing to do. Just sharpening up the mind is good. I would look at some studies as well. Try to have a look at some really difficult studies. Make sure you spend a long time trying to work things out. So I see that Maggie Carp. I don't know. That's Japanese kanji, isn't it? Or is that no? That's not. Is that Hiragana? That language or kanji? No. It's been a long time since I did it. Maybe. I mean, I was clearly losing there. I was clearly losing. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, like exactly what my opponent should have done, but it was clearly losing as long as that last trick didn't come in. Hiragana. It is Hiragana. It says Hero Hurl. Hello, Hero. Hope you're doing all right. Okay, so this is, again, I'm just going to follow my Grandmaster Gambit's course. Well, I say mine and Richard Palace's. And here, oh, my memory is absolutely diabolical. I think we go here and we take this knight off at the right time. We can even play knight takes. Is that right? Doesn't look right now. Okay, so pawn takes must be okay. This is in the course. Now we take here. And you can play this position. This is quite a solid way for black to play, because black is very solid, right? So you're not going to get as many tactics here, but it should be a little bit better for white, I feel, because of the space advantage I have here. And one very common idea in these advanced Frenches, when you've got this one as white, is to put your knight on c5. So this idea of bringing a knight to c5. He's maybe trying to think of putting the queen there if I move the knight, so I don't need to rush into that. And another thing that it might look a bit strange to do, but swapping off dark square bishops is again, I've just blundered a pawn, so it's not a good idea here. That was just basically a move I did without thinking, because my opponent can just simply take there and just take the pawn on d4. So that was actually a terrible move. It seemed like a natural idea, but not a very good move. So I've just, okay, he didn't see it, which is quite a double blunder there. So I can go back, and generally taking off this one is okay, especially in this structure, because if you look at their light square bishop is pretty terrible. And I'm going to come in here because now it seems the c file is most important, and I don't want their rook coming to c8. They can't really easily chase my knight away unless they go queen d8. So let's just try and, I have to give that pawn up. I'm not doing very well with my pawns today, am I? Okay, so I'm going to play something quite interesting. I'm going to try to come into c5 with the queen. And the point is, I was worried that I'd have to move my knight away after queen d8. But now I'm defending my knight. And I hope I can now play this a4, a5. I don't even need to play a5 in this position. I just want to keep my knight on this square, because that knight basically stops him from moving ideally. Now if I go here, he's going to come into c4, but I think I can cover that with knight d2. So his idea is to come this way with a knight. It's just my knight on b6 is basically suffocating him so far. Maybe you can try some queen g5 stuff here and attempt to counterplay, but I got f4. And this is always a very risky move for black to play, because he's opening up an area of the board that he could indeed even regret. Now queen d6 is a very simple way to play. I'm kind of controlling the position everywhere here. We're controlling the queen side. It feels like I'm controlling the middle of the board. His bishop is very bad, and we can just keep coming in with moves that aim to improve our position. Let's put a rook upon the 7th rank. Always a good idea to do. And I might even just play f4 next. I'm keeping my knight here because the only way I can see him trying to get activity is like moving his knight to this square. But I'll just whip it off. An ice cream van, that sounds like. And it's very hard for my opponent to move here. So this is a pretty tough position for him. So he's gone for exchange of queens. And now there probably is a forced win, like takes and d7. I've got knight f1. Is that just good enough to win? There are other moves I had there, of course. I could have played rook e7, but this looks incredibly strong. I got knight f1, so my back rank is okay, and I got rook to c8, and that little pawn is probably going to do the thing. f6 is probably a mistake that my opponent played, but it's a very understandable mistake, because when you've got a very passive position, you want to try to break out, and f6 is one of those moves where you try to break out of your passive position, but it doesn't go well. Haspario, okay, so we're on a roll. We're only getting 3 points a game though, so it's going to be cool. It's going to be a lot of games to get to 2700, right? If I win every single game, it's going to be like 15 games. Oh, they don't make it easy to get to 2700, do they? They don't make it easy. So we'll see. We'll try another game. Any books that can help you? Okay, well I did say I was going to go for the Cosio system. Yay! So this is what I played recently in the European hybrid competition. And I don't know if Blair's still in the chat, but Blair, this is what I had in the European hybrid competition. You want to play d5, but queen a4 is quite annoying. So you go a6 first. And this move d5, I think, just equalizes immediately. And when you're playing with the black pieces, if you can equalize on move 6, your opening has been a complete success. And now this is what I had only about a couple of days ago, which Blair, I have to say, check out Blair Chess's Twitch channel. He goes very deep into some analysis, and he analysed this position a lot there. The game I had went d4, bishop g4, c4, and then the queens came off. A couple other things. Okay, now I think bishop g4 is always a move to play, but again, as this is still a new opening for me, I'm not so natural remembering the positions, but this must now be okay. Maybe I can even castle here. Takes, queen takes. Maybe castle's queen side looks like a very nice way to play, right? As long as I can take my queen on c6. And I don't think there's any problem here because he's pinned up. So I think I'm going to castle. And if here, can I then take there as in what we've had before? I don't see any reason why not. I mean, bishop takes f3 is probably also a good move here, but I can't remember the theory. This is where, when you're trying to learn a new opening, if you're like me, I'm 41. My memory's okay, but it's not as good as it used to be, and I can't immediately memorize everything in an opening that I look at. It takes me time to practice it. Will Sona and Paddy saying that Blair did a great job. Yeah, I mean, Blair's channel he's really good at Twitch, and he deserves more followers. So go and check out his Twitch channel. It's very educational if you really want to learn some chess. He's got some great videos in his archive there, and it's well worth checking out. Okay, so this seems natural, and I think you normally always put the queen here, but I can think about taking on f3 now, right? But let's have a look. Takes, takes, takes. Should be alright. Takes, takes, takes. That's a bit dull. Queen d6. D5. I probably should take his knight off here, I think. We're just gonna swap this off. Maybe. Okay, now I'm very happy. I thought he had to try taking this one. I'm very, very happy here. Of course, he's threatening to take my pawn, but I've got nice pawn structure, and I can always take on d4. So take on d4, takes here. Then I've got something like knight e5, because the e5 square is free. So I've got to watch my time now. I'm spending, again, another problem with playing openings you're not so used to. So this is a new opening for me, is that it takes you longer to work out the right plans. So and it's taken me longer here to what I think get a good position. And I say it's a good position. It looks very good for me. With lots of control. I mean, I could have done lots of things to that pawn, but I might as well leave it as an asset that can come here. Where does the knight go? Probably here. And if he comes here, okay, well now d6 must be right. If he comes here, I'll probably come in check now. I think he should have gone f5 last move. But I've also got this check and coming into f3, which is very tempting in this position. But I don't know which check is best. This is quite a simple way to play. I think I'm going to go for this one, actually, because if he does swap off, it just gives me better control of d2. But knight h4 check coming to f3 may have been stronger in actual fact, because my opponent has found some way to defend here. Now again, this seems like a key square in the Kozio, the e5 square for the knight. It's often a very nice square, and my vantage here is not great, but it is something with this pawn on d2, right? I know it's opposite colored bishops, but this is an issue for my opponent to ever unravel. And it's actually quite hard for him to move. So he's found quite a nice idea of at least helping the bishop come back to defend that one. And how am I going to make progress? I'm going to try, and because he can't really do much. Okay, that's clear. Okay, he's using this pawn. He's coming up with some very nice ideas. I'm going to try to make a pass pawn on the queen side. This is my way of trying to win, or at least now get another opening for my rook. So my rook can come in, and it does come in, and that's a bit of a killer move. Okay, but he was very short of time there. Very short time. Sorry, in this game. Okay, that's interesting. So Blair is like the opening expert, and this is why I want to use this GChess later on. Just caught up. Rookie. Let's just try it on GChess, shall we? So very quickly, a new website that I've created is GChess. Well, I say me, along with some well, a lot of help. This is gchess.com. I just want to see if this will pick it up, Blair. So this is the site. Just bear with me because I want to see where I want to try and improve my openings. And I'm going to go to search games. This is my handle. So you put your name in. I want to test it. I only want to test my black opening. So I'm just going to see. I'm going to put it on black. And I want to test it against, if it is in Blair's course. Let's hope it comes up. It's not GingerGM. Okay, let's see. You can't see. I'm just trying to find the course. Maybe it's not in there at the moment, unfortunately. Is the course in there? Oh, it doesn't seem to come up. But killer, no. Okay, bear with me. So I'm just trying to find what how I should play this opening. That's weird. Okay, we'll go to the board. We'll search it here. I can't see it when I search. Maybe that's some. Okay, so this is the Blair can put what site this in. So just looking at that last game, you can see the screen, and Blair's saying, let's see if I can remember it first of all, that after castles, knight here, c3, this is, I know, a decent position. Rook e1, is that what he played? Rook e1? Let's go back. And did he play? He played rook e1, yep. Okay, and I did play bishop g4, right? Bishop g4 I played, yeah, okay. And now it's, okay, so now you've got these tabs up here where you can see what we're doing. So it should be here, and this is Blair's course here. So I can check it against Blair's course, and I'm going to load the PGN in, and this is great actually. So Blair's already got the work on this, so I can see that after bishop g4, let's see what my opponent did. He went d4. Is d4 an option? d4 is not an option, Blair. We need to add in d4 there. But after what happened in the game, it's very strong anyway. Can 7 not copy and paste? I don't know what 7 means, by the way. But yeah, this worked out to be very, very good, right, for me. But I can look at this. I can look at the different variations here. I think bishop g4, definitely the best line. What should he play then after bishop g4? He should play, well, knight takes e5. Was that actually working? Then I take the queen, and this position is okay. This is the line where he sacks exchange. I remember this one now. Okay, anyway, let's go back. So I just wanted to have a little look at that and just see. It's funny it didn't come up, Blair, that when I tried searching my Blitz games, I couldn't see it as a list. Maybe you can check that out, but we'll have a look at that. Okay, so we're getting nearer 20. We're now 40 points away. 40 points away. Come on, 2700. And we're going to have to get in a classical Dutch. So now knight to e4. Bishop to f6. This is all very normal. Go here, pressurize this one. And now this is a position I've had many times before. Queen takes is a bit more accurate because he can use the queen. White should always be taking on e5 in this type of position, generally. d5 is a move that a lot of people play, but these pawns are very, very strong in the center of the board, and he's got to try and get, it's a good idea for him to get the queens off here, because if he does push on with d5, I mean, it might be all right for white, but I find that black, okay, so he has played it, so we're going to see. There's a couple of ways you can put this knight. I'm going to bring it towards the king side. And white's going to try to play c5, and I'm just going to try to do stuff over here. So you can see he's angling for c5. Very sensible. And do I need to... If I play b6, it doesn't really help because it will go b4. So I'm just going to go g5. And we get like a race situation, which I quite enjoy. Quite enjoy these positions. Now he's trying to block up my attack by using the f-pawn here. And you've got to decide the best way to do something. You can go e4, but the position becomes a little bit drawish after e4. Now this is a very peculiar move. I haven't really seen this kind of idea before, I have to be honest. And you can even take here is not bad, but my knight's not going to be very good then. I think I will... Do we take this way? How do we play this? Do we even drop our bishop back just simply and keep the tension? What I'm going to take here and keep it a little bit open, see what he does. If he takes this way, I will move my e-pawn because it's a passed pawn. So I think he should take the g-pawn. Okay, now I'm going to do this. This has changed now because he doesn't have a pawn on e3. And the difference with this position is that this e-pawn could become very dangerous later on. But another very good move is h5. This stops him ever playing g4. But I want to also attack his kingside. Good plan from my opponent, getting his knight to a very nice square there. And I would like to keep control of that diagonal, but it's not going to be possible. This is a good move. I missed this move. And this is going to give him, again, a decent position, but nothing wrong with my position either. What are we trying to do now? I'm thinking I want to go king h7, rook f7, and this is the only piece that's not doing anything, and probably get it to this square. Now if he goes c5, he does get that play on that area of the board. Let's see if he goes b4. Okay, and I'm opening up this far. It's a little bit risky, but maybe now I can exchange queens because my rook has ways of getting in. But he's got rook a1, and this pawn's very weak. I missed that move. That is very annoying, actually. That was a bad idea from me. Shouldn't have done this. And now I'm going to be worse. I need one more tempo to defend. If I go here, he takes here. How bad is that? I'm going to have to go for this and hope I can get some activity in my rook. But I'm going to lose both of these pawns. Which, okay, he didn't do it. That's very surprising. I think he should have taken the rook off and then just taken on f5. That would have been a much better plan. He could have won. Very nice pawn on f5. This has given me a chance to defend this pawn. And I'm not really sure what he's doing here. He's played this move, which is also peculiar. I can see his knight's coming in, but it's a very risky way for him to play this. And if I think this is a bad plan because I'm just going to take his good knight off. So this is his idea, right? Okay, we'll take that one. Time is very low. This is, and I need to rearrange my pieces. Where can they go? Ah, time is so bad. Where's this knight going? Hopefully somewhere. This is very passive. It's got. I'm gonna have to play this, but knight a6 I don't like. He's played it. I was hoping he wouldn't see that one. Never good when you're hoping your opponent doesn't see a move. And I'm a pawn down, groveling a bit here. But I'm not sure how he's going to win this position, right? How is he going to win? Well, he shouldn't be winning this, no? Should be just a dead draw unless he flags me. If I was him, I'd try to flag me. Okay, he's playing this, which is kind of like a little bit risky, but yeah, fair play to the man. Oh, that was a bad move I played. He could have queen, but it's all about the clock. No, I've let go. I've let it go. No. Good flagging ability from my opponent there. I'm just too slow. Probably winning that for me at the end, even when he gave the piece up. But I'm just, as said before, a little bit slow there. Okay, we'll go straight back into another one. And I think the mistake I made there, well, just trying to think what I did. Maybe I should have got on with it a little bit more on the king side, it feels. So, okay. Anyway, back to the Cosio, which we're trying to learn a little bit of today. Now, this is a key move. Now, in Blair's course, he does give g6, but we were discussing the possibility of playing this. And this move is given by Erwin Lamy, who's Anisha's second, but I can't remember. This is one of those ones you really need to remember what you're doing. And I think this move is given with the idea of playing this at some point, but this is the kind of position I'd really like to remember a bit more. This is supposed to be okay for black, but again, a little bit hazy. Well, I don't know this line. I'm thinking now, can we do this? Okay, he wants to get rid of this knight. Do I just come back or do I capture? And I'm going to play this because he's tricked me a bit in the opening here. And when you've been tricked in the opening, it's often better just to try and keep it as safe as can be. Taking the queens off, probably a little bit better for him, but nothing to be worried about. But now this is... Yeah, my opponent's played the critical line here, Blair. This is the one very sharp line where you need to know what you're doing. I'm very happy that I didn't get this the other day because I literally had no time to prepare this and I might have just got absolutely destroyed had this happened. What's this like? It's fairly even, right? This position? Fairly even position, I think. My knight seems to cover everything at the moment. And I could now swap off this bishop. Fairly even position. Castles, let's get castled. And we could even try to swap the rooks off. You'll be happy with this, wouldn't you, Blair? If you got this position, you'd be all over it. You'd be all over it. This is a move you'd play this move in a flash, wouldn't you, Blair? Get the queens off. But again, I'm a little bit worse here because of his rooks. His rooks are very good. When I say a little bit worse, I don't know how bad my position is. Maybe it's more than a little bit worse. And okay, this is the thing. My knight is not good. And his rook is coming in again. This is really unpleasant. But I've got some idea of counterplay if he takes my knight, right? My rook can come around to g6. So that's if he goes knight takes knight and puts his rook on d7. So he's decided against that. And I need to get rid, if I can, of his rook, I think, because his rook is so strong. And what's the next stage here? Maybe I want to be playing g5. Let's go for that. That seems like a potential option. Get some pawn power over there with g4 as an idea. This is his pass pawn, but I've got a good blockade of his pass pawn. I can't get a pass pawn yet. I think I need to get my king in. Okay, so he's decided to go for this ending. Now, has he got knight c8 in that position? So he's going to go here and here. So maybe we just need to just crack on. He's got knight c7. That was silly. I should have gone king f8, I think. If I'd gone king there, I was looking check, king here, knight to c8. When he attacks both of my pawns there, and it's not easy to defend. So he has gone here. Now, how strong though is my h-pawn? The h-pawn can be very tricky in these positions, but I think my pawns are too weak on the other side of the board. This is this is the main problem I have. So he's better here. When you're past, and I might just lose another pawn as he's trying to do now. And it's check. Shit, I didn't even see it was check. Without the check, oh dear, that check was a killer, obviously. And this is gone. 2 pawns is too many. 2 pawns is too many there. Any chances here? Well, no, not really, because his knight, he's gone that way. Okay, this is still winning for him, clearly. Can't really get any counterplay. This could be a resigns, I think. Not anything to move here. He can come and do what he wants at random. So that was always a little bit tricky. He knew his theory very well there, and that is a line where he caught me out. Okay, we'll do some different stuff. Let's go King's Gambit. I'll have to look that one up. So also good to know that. He's quick as well, isn't he? Look at the speed of these moves. So this is a typical King's Gambit. Not sure about this h6 move. That looks a little weird to me. But I've got to remember, Queen normally quite good on this square, especially now that h6 has moved, because if you imagine the d pawns off the board, you have some positions where the Queen can come into g6 potentially, because he can't take this one because of the bishop. So what's he doing? He's playing a very aggressive strategy, but should this work for him? I don't feel his strategy should work somehow, because pushing the b pawn is a tempting thing to do, but you often just make your position a lot weaker. Okay, but that's not the case here, right? C4, bishop d2. Okay, this is about even, right? If my pawns can get going, they're good, but on the other hand, he's got a nice blockade on c4. Very aggressive play there. Which, do I go g3 and try to take advantage of that? Okay, I'm going to go here first. Get out the way of a rook and get out the way of the knight coming to take my bishop. And I now really want to try to take advantage of that area of the board, but his pieces are better placed than mine. So g3. Okay, let's try this one. For better or worse, we'll give it a go. And takes knight e5. He won't want to play. Okay, he has played this. And I know I'm giving up a lot of pawns here. Oh, did I just miss this one? I just missed this move. Oh, that's annoying. Now, okay, he's only won a pawn from that, but it's more worrying about this, yeah. And again, with that coming in, a little bit slow here, aren't I? A little bit slow. So this is tough. This is a very tough position, and he's got knight here. Fuck. So I'm gonna have to try something rather desperate, like knight here. He hasn't even allowed any tactics there. He's playing this very well, has to be said, because I was planning to take that and get some counterplay. And the problem here, my bishop is just so bad, so bad. So the only other thing I can think of is to try and aim for f7. So if he goes knight b2, we go rook to f1. But he's dodging that one. Okay, well, I think because of the position of my bishop, a draw would not be the end of the world, which I don't think he should take. Okay, now I have to try this move. But again, he doesn't even need to take my bishop. My bishop is just such a bad piece here. It's such a terrible piece. So I don't know how I'm going to get it anywhere. Can we try this? Well, I don't think so. Can try. Run. It seems like it's about 100 tempo slow. Come on. Come on, run. And that is just another good move for my opponent. So I'm struggling a bit here. Struggling a bit. And I have to try some other openings out after this. He seems to be well prepared for the King's Gambit. Woohoo! Grab a pawn. But look how strong his pawns are. They are monsters. And my king is weak as well. Only hope is his f6 pawn, but the time is terrible. Goodbye 2700. You lose a couple of games and it's just so hard to get there. It's so hard to get to the 2700 mark. We'll keep pumping a little bit after this. We'll play a little bit longer. A little Saturday Blitz. Am I getting mated here? Thank you for any subscriptions I miss. Thank you for everyone who has subscribed. Hello Pismo. Good morning to you, sir. This position is disgusting. It's not getting any better. Right, too low on time. Come on! Right, now we're going to go for the dragon. Because he knows what he's doing in that e5 line. I have to look at that another day. Time to speed up. Let's get a normal dragon in. Oh, good. He's banging out the main line. We're going to have a double. We need to get a win on the board. He's taken me down 2-0 now. And he's played very well and very quickly. So I'm gonna. This is an opening I know more of. So I'm more. You know, you got often you're more confident in some openings because you've had them so many times. I say that he's playing a very critical line where I could just get checkmated because I always feel White's attack is quicker in these positions. But don't underestimate Black's chances with my little B pawn running up the board. Okay, now we've got to take this one. We've got to take this one. This is all very normal. This is a normal exchange sack, and I've got to go here to get some counterplay. And the reason you've got to get rid of that knight is that when they take on G6, and if you've seen some of my YouTube videos, you'll be aware of this. Oh, you've got to make sure this knight is at least there for a little bit. Because if G5, I can play knight H5, and it's not quite checkmate. But if his knight was still on C3, he could move his knight into D5, and that is game over, because you can't move this knight because of Queen H7 checkmate. So you basically sacrifice on C3 for two reasons. Number one reason is to stop that checkmate against your own king, because his knight is better than your rook. But the other reason is, yeah, you want to attack him as well. So I do love these. I do love these dragons. They're so much fun, but it's also so easy to get checkmated for both colours. Now, what is this position? What is this position here? So, do we have any? What can we do here? Do we go B4 and keep coming? But then he takes and goes Queen B3 and the queens come off. Takes, Queen B3, check. I'm thinking Rook C4, but then Knight B3. I move my Queen. And it's quite interesting, but I don't really believe it. Or do I? Rook C4 is for some reason telling me to... Okay, I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it. He can't take it because he loses his Queen. And given a chance, my Rook comes over here. But it looks a bit... It looks a bit weird, right? It looks a little bit weird. Okay, so now I have to come over here. Yeah. He can... And I have to come here. And I've got to sacrifice this one. But how is this working out now? This position. Because his Queen and Knight are both on pre. And this position... Is it terrible for me? Maybe it is. Maybe it's just bad. Well, I might as well set up an idea. Maybe Queen B6 is better. So this will be an interesting one to put on the computer actually, or just to check afterwards, because that was probably a key position when I went Rook C4, and I think I've even had that before, but I haven't checked it. So we'll very quickly just have a look in case I get this ever again, just to see what I should do there. So now I can go Knight F2, and I probably should, but he's going to go. He's got this Rook coming into. No, I shouldn't do because his Rook just comes there, right? And that's horrible. So I can't do that. So I'm going to centralize my Knight instead. and gain a little tempo against his queen. Okay. Now, bishop here. He's gonna, at the moment, okay, this queen, I'm stepping away, so I have possibilities of a check. And it's just a really peculiar position. Of course, white, I feel, must be better, but 3 pieces against 2 rooks, they can often do well against the 2 rooks because they're very, very tricky. But I obviously don't know. He's going to go rook takes. He keeps finding his. Then I've got knight c4 check. This is interesting. Rook takes a4, knight c4 check. Rook takes a4, queen takes here, rook a8 check. Oh no, he loses his queen there anyway, right? Because his queen's just undefended. Okay, sorry, I'm not paying attention to what's happening in the game. So let's go here, keep attacking. This is where those 3 pieces might start to cause some damage to his position. Obviously b3 is one idea, and knight c4. So he's playing this one, and I feel my king is okay. He's trying to swap him off, and I think I can. Oh, don't lose on time. This is just a mess still, right? But I like my pieces. I like my pieces. Come on, take everything. Bollocks. Bollocks, bollocks, bollocks. What's happening to my pieces? Jesus. Oh, this is terrible. What happened there? It's okay. It's okay. I was panicking. What am I doing? Ah, oh yeah! Oh dear. Oh, I can't. Well, I'm sure he did blunder. I can't see when I've got under 10 seconds left. It's impossible to. I can't spot tactics under 10 seconds. It's impossible. It's impossible. Yeah, I thought I lost on time there, and it was a draw. I honestly did, but we actually won on time. So yeah, that was it. Now, one thing I think I've got this guy now. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. He seems to be very good in highly theoretical positions. He's very good all round, don't get me wrong, but I'm going to try and take him in some less. What is this? This can't be chess. Is this chess? I don't believe this. Is this chess? Okay, well, anyway, we've got a less theoretical position. He's probably going to crush me now. Now that I've said that. That's a weird square for the knight though, right? And this is the Trompowsky, which I really enjoy playing. It's a very English opening. Your mouse looks laggy. I don't think it's the mouse that's laggy. I think it's my play. I think it's me. I'm like, My mouse is actually pretty. Look at that. Look at the speed. Look at the speed of that mouse. It ain't the mouse that's laggy. It's me that's laggy. I'm just not. How on earth do these like top players? Like when you watch Hikaru, any of the top players, how on earth do they play so quickly? I just can't do it. I mean, Blair's very good. Blair is. Oh, this can't be good. This is just winning, right? This must just be winning. Surely you can't. Okay, now can I just retreat? This position is so damn good. Okay, we're just going to take the queen, right? Just take the queen. This has got to be good. Okay, so he can trap my knight, but this is great. So yeah, this is it. Don't play theoretical lines against this guy. I mean, he's a very good player anyway, but keep it non-theoretical. Seems to be the best way to try and cause maximum problems. This is not totally simple, this position, but he's always going to win that one back. So we're just going to say we'll exchange up. Nothing to report and play chess here, right? Normal moves. I should have gone rook d6. That would have been a much more better move to have played. And okay, I'm going to swap off. If you get a chance to swap another piece off, Can't be bad. A pawn on c4 is very nice because his knight now can't come in anywhere. And we could go this way and attack that as well, but we'll go here. Keep it sensible over there. Maybe I should have gone to g4 and just try to take that one. So this is a slightly longer route of doing it. Rook here, maybe just a3. The fast, yeah. Well, at least I was faster than my opponent there, right? Which takes some doing. Okay, so he's trying to get tricky on me, but can I go g3? I think I can do this. I think I can go. I think I've got g3 here, and I've got a check, and then we can hit these pawns. Hit these pawns, right? Let's do this. Still defending annoyingly well, but yeah, I've made this a bit trickier. Why have I made this trickier? How have I done this? Feels like I've done something wrong. I need to play b3 of rook b4, so my king's defending the b3. Now let's try and come around the angles as we come with a cheeky check. I'm very tempted just to take this one. I'm just going to try play the rook ending. That knight was annoying me. This rook ending is still good for me because I'm 2 pawns up. But his king now comes in here, so I've made it a little bit, again, not as easy as can be. And maybe come back is the way to play. I don't want his king coming here easily. And I can tuck my king now over on a3. I think that's important. As soon as my king gets over there, it's nicely out the way, so I'm quite happy with the king over there. And I'll give myself some positions to check him from here. And put the king on b5, and we got it, I think, in the bag. Let's use that king, and now we can queen my pawn. Easy, but I made it very hard. Easy, but we made it very hard. Okay, so what are we going to do? So we tried out the dragon. I didn't even look at that last dragon line, did I? I didn't even look at what to do in the dragon. What should I have done there? Maybe someone else can look. I have to look that up afterwards, actually. I'm quite intrigued to see what the move was in that. And you know that dragon line, which I managed to win. I said I was going to look up the right thing to do, and that's what you should do in Blitz afterwards. But I didn't get around to doing it, which is a bit stupid. I'm going to have to. I don't know if that's in going to be in a course or not, but we'll check it out in a minute. So again, he's played this kind of irregular opening, but I must admit the way he's played it is not very good. You should never go c4 and b5. He's only going to be worse in these positions. I can win a bishop at some point, but I'm actually thinking I'd rather take there. Okay, so we will win the dark square bishop now, and the next plan will be to play this at the right moment. Is the right moment now? I'm not sure because he's got like h3 and knight here, but this is like in the English opening. And the good thing about playing lots of different openings, and of course he has found the right move when his light square bishop is going to come here, so that's actually quite annoying. I'm going to have to not swap that knight off. Is you can copy ideas from one opening very unexpectedly in completely different openings. So the way I've played this is something you'll more likely see in the Botvinnik English opening, the English opening that I've done, the course on Chessable that I've played most of my life. Now, maybe this is playable. Get g5 in or something. And the other idea is just to double up. g5 he will take there. Okay, I'm going to double up. Let's do that. I'm not going to panic about this piece because I'm worried. I'm just you can never play g4, so I don't think I need to panic and do something like taking there when he will get domination of the d5 square. More important to build up and then threaten it, and at least this way I keep control of the center a bit more, and probably still put my rook on f8, but it's and he's going to try to come in here. Okay, the king must therefore move out of the way of this one, and something like this would be normal. Okay, he's gone another way and he wants to come in here with a knight, I think. So I'm still going to move this rook to what I'm hoping will be a better square later on when things start opening up, and we'll take that one off and keep my rooks behind these pawns. And at some point I'm banking on either a f4 or e4 move. Wondering if I should swap off light square bishops. That would be quite a bad idea if he could ever get his knight into this square, but his knight is a long way away, so he's just trying to keep things contained, and this looks like really ready to play this move now. And I'm going to play this because I see that there is a way through for my queen, and with the two bishops, especially my dark square bishop, I want to open up the rooks, the bishop, and my queen, all with this one little move. And he's put his pawns on peculiar squares there to allow this. Okay, so this is a very handy tempo gainer, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's some tactics around here that work well. So takes, but I can't see them. I'll keep it simple. Was there something stronger? Most likely there was something stronger. No, we can't do that. This is strange position. Maybe he's alright somehow. Is he alright here? Is his position okay? I feel my bishops are so strong, right? Queen e8 against most natural moves. Just with ideas of that one. Okay. Strange position. Well, that looks very risky, the move he just did, because of always rook e2, right? And I can happily take them all off. An extra queen is an extra queen after all. And I can keep checking this kingdom come. Ooh. Okay, so can we do this? Is like so greedy. Look at this. This is just so greedy. Where am I going? Push. Oh dear. Okay, so some interesting games, I think. So I managed to make a little comeback against this guy. Maybe I'll play two more, but I'd like to check out some of the openings that I had here. So this one, I'd like to check out that dragon, so I might have a little look at that. Let's play one more. Let's see if he wants one more game on the bounce there. Okay, he does. And well, actually, you did want me to play f4, Perno, so we'll give f4 a go. And well, I know you like taking this one. I've forgotten everything here. And you take here. This is where I could get checkmated very quickly. This g5, okay, d4. Now knight e5 I think is okay, but I always used to put the knight here. This is the From's Gambit, if people are wondering what on earth this crazy opening is. This is the From's Gambit, and the way I used to always try it was to try to sacrifice the piece back on f7 whenever I got the From's Gambit. And now he's like, okay, come on, take me. So I'm gonna have to do this. And let's bring that with a check. And I think just e5. We got to bring our piece back into the good. Yeah, the birds. It's just completely winning, Perno, right? What a great opening. Fantastic opening you've got here. Gets you a pawn up. I think I might be speaking a little bit too soon. A pawn up with 2 bishops. Some nice... Oh, I'm going to go... Shall I go super greedy? I'm going to go... Look at that. 2 pawns up. So easy. Such a great opening. And... What is this? Let's keep my bishops. Is there a Taiwan opening? I've never heard of a Taiwan opening. Not that I know of. No, I haven't heard of the Taiwan opening. Why'd you ask? That's quite a random thing to ask. Is there a Taiwan opening? And I'm very confused about my position here, because even though I am pawn up, he does seem to have some niggling pressure. He cannot really put his pieces on better squares here, right? And is there a knight here? Yeah, there is a knight there. That is the issue. And the birds are just terrible. Who told me to play the birds? What a load of absolute crap. What a load of rubbish. What a crap opening. Don't get me playing the birds again. What idiot told me to play this? Absolute nonsense opening. Absolute nonsense. Nonsense. Absolute rubbish. Look at it. It's terrible. Terrible. Oh my words, it gets worse. Ah, do we have to show any more? Jeez, this is just horrendous. I can't believe you played this. Perno, if you played any other opening, you'd be like Grandmaster strength by now. Look at this. Look at the depravity of the birds. What's he doing, by the way? Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Look at that. It's absolutely amazing. He's coming down. The bloody birds. What a load of garbage. What a load of absolute garbage. Thanks for that, Perno. Really enjoyed that game. That was so much fun. I'll have to remember to play the birds again for your entertainment. We'll finish off the stream with 1 black line. Yeah, the bird shit opening. And we'll play 1 black line. This is all mainline black line. This guy though, he seems so well prepared. This guy must study chessable like, I reckon, about 18 hours a day. I reckon he has 1 hour of blitz, and the rest of the time this guy is just on chessable, looking at the black line. Oh yeah, the black line. Looking at oh yeah, the black line. And he seems to know his stuff. Good player. Well, we'll just throw this one up the board for, as they say in England, the shits and the giggles. The shits and the giggles. And will I get mated over here? Probably. Oh, he's done it. Oh, that's a very refined way of doing it. Look at that. Extremely refined chess from my... I'm sure he had some other good moves there. But okay, I'm going to get rid of this bishop because it's scary, to say the least. And will I take it? And he wants to go here as well. Okay, time to start my devastating counter-attack, which is going to crush him somehow. How am I crushing him here? I know this is scary because as soon... Do I have to play knight? No, that looks pathetic. We don't do that. How do we power through? Okay. Now this is a little bit scary. Yeah, I know you're a little bit of a scary player. Yes, I agree. You are scaring me. I'm going to keep it nice and calm. Can we get a knight c3 check-in? That's really hoping for it. Yeah, if I could get this pawn off the board, you're right, Archax. I just want to need... If this pawn goes to the board, I might actually have an attack. But what's he going to do? Is this okay? Oh, look at that. He's so calm. Just coming in like this and mating me. Now there's a little bit of urgency in my position. I probably should have gone king there, as I said, because my knight is a El Goni. Okay, so come on, let's see. We're gonna have to mate him now, otherwise, how do I mate him? And it has to be pretty quick here. Answers on a bloody okay, come on, in we go. No retreat. In we go. I don't believe this. He's got his attack looks quite strong, right? Yes, I realise it's game over. This is the one little cheaper I've got, but I don't think even that works. He goes queen takes here, and he's got knight g5, f6. So that's why I was going to play king h8 a couple of moves ago, so my knight could come back to g8, and that might have been absolutely okay for me. But this is certainly not okay. And I've got to keep trying some weird stuff here because my position is struggling. Now knight here takes, just doesn't look like it's going to get the biscuit. Okay, this has just got to be too slow. We're going for something. Going for gold. But this is, I think he's going to mate me first, isn't he? He's got to be mating me first here. I think he can just take my knight. I'm pretty sure he can take my knight, but he doesn't want to take my knight. He wants everything. This guy literally wants everything. He wants to make me suffer. And he's putting his knight on b3 now. So, oh, and my time is also terrible. Okay, we have to go here. And and I'm still relying on this one. 24 seconds to work this out. He's got knight c1 as well. Now where is the killer blow? He's got this one. I don't think there is a killer. Well, I think I've done it. Yeah, it was never really going to work, was it? Last punt, last roll of dice, but he can just go f6, I think. And there's nothing here at all because he gets his mate in first. Well played, sir. Yeah, it's a little bit slow. The only thing I could have done there, which I kind of knew at the time, but when you're doing the last game, you're like, oh, I don't want to do that move. The only way you can try to defend after f4 in these positions, rather than keep attacking, you probably have to go king to h8 and just bring the knight back there. Now, that might have been quite interesting actually, because I keep the initiative up. But I'm gonna have a look now, just at see if these games have actually come up. I just wanted to have a look at that dragon line, so I'm just going to use this new chess site that basically myself and others have created, gchess.com. Go and check it out. It's there to help you improve your games, and I just wanted to check out the dragon. If you remember that dragon game, I only want to look at my black games, so let's see. Oh, I need to be logged in, do I? Okay, I'll log in then. If you want me to, I am logged in, surely. Let's log in. There you go. I'm logging in. And this is, so what you do, you put your handle in here. I was only playing on LiChess, so we don't need to put chess.com handle in. You put the chess opening you want to look at. I don't want to look at the Petrov, that's for sure. I want to look at the killer dragon and see if it comes up. And then I'm going to just update my handle. Let's do that. So LiChess, GingerGM, chess opening I want to look at. I want to look at that killer dragon. Let's do search and see what it comes up with. And it's come up with quite a lot of moves, but it didn't have that positioning. So this was the guy that I was playing. Oh, that was with me with white. Okay. Color black. Let's see if that helps. I want to have it me with the black side. Okay, that's much better. So it didn't come up with it, unfortunately, by the looks of things. No, it didn't find those ones in the thing. So the last thing I will do, just to see, I can put it on the computer and see if the computer has it here. And this was the dragon game, where I've had this a couple of times. So I don't want to fall for the same trick. And the position I'm talking about is in this very sharp line where you are both attacking each other extremely quickly. So rook here, and they start, do they start doing this? They start doing this. Your castle here, here, here. Some of you are watching all the Blitz games may remember this, and then they go bishop h6. So do we have anything on this? I'll see if there's any top game. Okay, so we have some games in this, that's good. Then you take here, and then you go here, and I wonder if anyone has had this position before. So online, I've had this once before apparently. Top games, no one's had this position over a board. Let's put the computer on. We'll let the computer sit there. The computer likes white's position quite a lot, but this computer takes a while to build up. Nothing in our encyclopedia. Normally this encyclopedia we're building up. I'm going to have to add something to this and look at this position to add in. And nothing in our courses here. But I wonder how I played this position before. So this position before, how did it go? Did I played bishop e6. Okay, that's quite a good idea, isn't it? I like that idea. Aha. And the computer though thinks it's not a very good idea. Okay, interesting. So just sort of for future, it's always good to have an idea of how you want to improve. If you're interested in the website, it's this new website which you'll think is going to hopefully revolutionize opening preparation. Doesn't lead well. LiChess does many great things. You're right, for free, definitely. This one you can use a lot of this for free on GChess. You only start paying to use some of the more deeper things. But I don't think, for example, I don't think LiChess has top games or that are offline. It might do, and it doesn't have an encyclopedia. Even though, as we've seen here, our encyclopedia it doesn't have a encyclopedia only made by grandmasters. At least that's what we've done. We've had loads of grandmasters who have built up an encyclopedia. And the other thing is, I should have checked that last position with our YouTube video search. So one more thing you can do. I'm just going to go back to that position. Does it have any YouTube videos on it? Okay, well, Chess Network. Let's see what he has. Oh, this is quite funny. So you can put a position on the board, and you can search it against any YouTube videos, and it will come up. For example, if I just let this play, Chess Network's a legend, right? You let this play, it finds the position on the board. So if you want to have a look at a YouTube game of a particular position, you can put it on the board, and then you can search
inside.
It
Black, on the other hand,
you got here
doesn't castle. This seems like a
so there you go, which I think is quite cool. Good old Jerry. So you can do some other stuff which you can't do on LiChess. So any position at all, and you can see if you've got many people here but they're YouTube, so you can quickly find who it is. There you go. It's Chess Network again. Popular man. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you all have a good time and this weekend, and you enjoy yourselves and you behave. Let's go and raid someone now. Who have we got? It might have to be Mr. Dodgester. Say hello to Mr. Dodgy, but he doesn't like too many people watching him, Mr. Dodgy. Who else can we go for a little raid of? Not many people I know online today, so okay, let me refresh. Who are we going to raid? Who do you guys want me to raid? Let's give someone a little raid. Well, FIDE Chess is Fiona. Should we go and do that? FIDE Chess? Let's do that. Let's look at some proper chess with some proper chess players. And you've got you've got Topalov there, right? So Topalov, and you've got my good friend Fiona. So we're going to have a look at them. We'll give them a little raid. Thanks, everyone. I might do a little stream tomorrow with some fun games, and we keep going. Regan the Pro says, does it have dark mode? It doesn't at the moment, I'm afraid, Regan, but at some point we'll bring it in, I'm sure. Okay, cheers, everyone. Bye for now, but say hello to Fiona in the chat when we go and raid. Make sure when we go and see FIDE Chess, you all say a quick hello, please. Don't run away straight away. Let's do a quick hello. Bye.